Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So this is the first day of Through the Omenpaths, and we're going to be starting out with a sneak and show because we got a lot of new cards and finally the Anthology 3 is out. You don't have to craft any of these cards. If you have the gold, you can just spend 25,000 gold. You save like 28 wild cards because a lot of these cards are actually playable in Timeless format. And amongst them, we have Emrakul, the Eon's Torn. This is a new card from the Arena Anthology 3. It's going to be mythic rarities. And what's really great about this card is that it's kind of like Thoughtseize immune. If opponent's playing Reanimate, they Thoughtseize you, and then they see Emrakul. Even if they discard this card, they can't reanimate because when it goes to the graveyard, it just gets shuffled back into the deck. So this is a really great card, especially for a sneak attack deck, because a lot of the times, this deck was a little bit prone to getting Thoughtseized and then opponent reanimating your big creature. So having something like this that gets shuffled back is really good. And if this ever comes down on the battlefield using Show and Tell or Sneak Attack, you just win immediately because this has Annihilator 6 and has protection from spells that are one or more color. It is just a busted card. Obviously, it's a 50 mana card, but you're kind of cheating it out. So it's kind of insane. Otherwise, another way to cheat it out is through Omniscience. What's kind of cheap about this is if you Show and Tell and you play Omniscience, let's say they put a Vexing Bauble down. Well, now you can just play Emrakul and just call it a day because this spell also cannot be countered, and when you play it, you get an extra turn, which means say goodbye to Vexing Bauble or even something like Lavinia. A lot of these cards become kind of useless against Emrakul, which makes this card even better post-sideboard against those kind of techs. As for the rest of the deck, this deck is playing a lot of cantrips. Another new card that we got from Through the Omenpaths is Ponder. We got 4 copies of Ponder that we can play alongside Brainstorm, and we're also playing another card from the Arena Anthology 3 called a Peak. Now, this card could be anything, but I decided to try it out because I thought it was kind of funny, and at the same time, it's just a cantrip. At the very least, it's just a cantrip, and it's also fueling for our Dig Through Time. So we're playing 10 copies of cantrips along with 2 more copies of Veil of Summer, which is going to help us cast our Dig Through Time very easily. But like I said, the peak could definitely be anything in the deck. Other than that, for our 3 drops, since we are going to be playing 4 copies of Ancient Tomb and 4 copies of Chrome Moxes, we do also want some very good 3 drops. Of course, being in blue, Show and Tell, and Stock Up comes to mind. But we also have 2 copies of Fable of the Mirror Breaker. The reason why we're playing the Fable is because it is a card that helps us ramp, especially in a Strip Mine meta. Plus, it also lets us ditch some of the cards that are kind of stuck in our hand, also fueling for Dig Through Time. But it is also a red mana card, which means you could also Chrome Mox into this so that you can find it with the Aatroxa and then let you sneak attack once more by casting Chrome Mox into Fable, things like that. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless 3 to show you guys how that it does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's take a look. The Show and Tell, Chrome Mox, and a Sneak Attack. Let's go. Stock Up. Okay. Stock Up. Should I grab a land? Maybe I should grab a land. I'd have grabbed the Veil of Summer if I knew what opponent was playing, but actually, it wouldn't have mattered then, if this was their first turn. Yeah, at least we get a sneak attack down, so that's pretty good. Alright, we can even dig through time. That's perfect. That is perfect. So 4, 5, 6. What? Where's my creature? What happened? Hello? Hello? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay. What is going on? My creatures. They're all sleeping somewhere. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Please? Help my soul? One time? 6 cards in the yard? Well, this is my last turn anyway, so... I guess I go all out. No way! So let's say I draw into Brainstorm. I still get to look 1 card deep, right? And then me just shuffling here, it's the same thing. It doesn't exist. Wow. I don't know how many cantrips I played, but wow. That is unbelievable what happened. What? Sure. I didn't need that creature anyways. Yeah, I didn't need it. That's crazy. Oh man. That is crazy. So how do I sideboard? The problem is I have to deal with the discard spell and strip mines. An opponent like potentially like a flute coming down. Maybe I'm supposed to like go down on maybe an Aatroxa, stock up, dig through time, maybe a copy of a Ponder. Try that. It's just so many sideboard cards I'm bringing in. And it's my first time playing with this deck, so... Hey, there it is. But... we'll see how this one goes. That was kind of unbelievable, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe I should just call Strip Mine right now. Now we don't have to worry about strip mine right now. We play a sneak attack. Thoughtseize. So they have to have another Thoughtseize or Grief here. Nice. I mean the first game, I feel like I just got the games completely stolen. So also Aatroxa's kind of bad because if opponents playing things like Reanimate, isn't that really bad for me if they like steal an Aatroxa? Maybe I'm supposed to actually sideboard this out in this matchup? Maybe? Hmm. Just like, I haven't really played too much of the deck to really say for sure what to do. Maybe we'll play like 2 Aatroxas. That's a mulligan. Can't keep a triple Chrome Mox hand. Too much card disadvantage. Okay, well... I kind of wished we would have a ley line. Alright, so they also have a Grief hand. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Drawing another Emrakul there was pretty bad there, for sure. Probably dead. Because I can't really play out my land. Yeah, unfortunate. Maybe I should have gone to 5, multi 5, to see if I can find a ley line. Double cantrips. No, Veil of Summer. Unfortunate. Hydroponics. Ancient Tomb is good. That's actually really good. So, Chrome Mox into Ancient Tomb next turn for a stock up, right? We'll do this. And then stock up. So find a sneak attack and dig through time. So we know for sure opponent doesn't have a Flare of Denial because otherwise they would have been able to counter the, you know, the stock up. They could have, you know, drawn it potentially here. But I think I might just go right ahead and play Sneak Attack. Grab a Steam Vent. Hopefully that works out. They're making it very hard though. That's their second Strip Mine they drew. It's kind of unfortunate, I must say. Very nice. So, draw the mountain. Put the Aatroxa. Hopefully we get a Chrome Mox. And a red card. That's gonna be our dream. Dream completed. Okay. Got him. So, Carpet of Flowers. Should I sideboard in Blood Moon? Nah. I don't think so. I feel like these are good enough. I'll sideboard out Peak. Give that a go. Okay, that's a mulligan. Same hand. Unfortunate. Wow. We got an ancient tomb into an island. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Do we like Carpet of Flowers or Veil of Summer? I think we like Veil of Summer a little bit better. Not that I'm gonna be able to cast it anytime soon, but... you know. Alright. Let's hope that there is no Strip Mine coming out. That would be a shame.
I've read nearly the entire library.
Okay. I like what I'm seeing. We can fight through one counter spell. Ah, man. So lucky, man. So we're gonna shuffle. Okay, how's my opponent doing that? How's my opponent doing that? Like, my opponent's like not looping strip mines or anything. They just naturally just drew it, you know? Also, if this was not a surveil land, Carpet of Flower would have came out and we probably would have won the game. Because like not only did we have to mulligan twice, but double strip mine coming out was just too much for us. Double strip mines. We're probably dead. I don't know. It's just that everything is just too late.
You know about the thing before you act.
Everything's a bit too late, isn't it?
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
Because the moment the hydroponics hits, I think this is actually fine. Because we can still win with sneak attack. I do need to draw a green source though next turn.
Use your words.
Okay. Well, well, well. They're really good at drawing strip mine. I'm not really sure if I should play the disruptor flute for that. I shouldn't, honestly. I don't think it's that good of an idea. Okay, we want that stock up. Oh, maybe I should have played a Chrome Mox then? I think they'll get rid of a Chrome Mox here. I mean, stock up here though. Now the question is, do I get rid of a Dig Through Time or a Brainstorm? I think we get rid of a Brainstorm. Alright. Brainstorm or Ponder? I guess because we are fetching, grabbing a fetch land, it's probably better to get Brainstorm. A lot of Thoughtseize coming out. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I think we just let it rip. Actually, let's brainstorm first because we might get an Emrakul. Okay. It wasn't like too crazy, but it's still an Aatroxa, you know, against a blue deck. Decent. Thoughtseize and an Edict. They also play an Edict. Oh, ho, ho. That's pretty good. So, huh. We'll play Show and Tell again. And we're gonna put down Aatrox again. The reason being is they could have another Sheldred. And we just keep chaining Aatroxas. Wow. Okay. Ponder. Alright, GG's. That went a little bit better than last match. Okay, we're playing against Riley this time. I mean, we do have a Ponder and a stock up. Like, if we can just find a Show and Tell, I feel like this one's not too bad. Like, for example, Ponder, find Chrome Mox, things like that. Could be nice. We actually found it. Okay. I think the problem is, if opponent's actually on Show and Tell, this is a problem. Yeah. Wait, they didn't have anything? Wow. I'm actually surprised. Okay. They just had a mana drain. Yeah, they all they had was a mana drain. Interesting. Interesting. I'm kind of thinking something like this. I feel like P could be pretty good in this matchup. But I can't find the room to actually like play that. Yeah, that's the thing. Peak is a very nice card against a mirror match like this, where you can kind of see like gauge like if you want to cast Show and Tell. But I think I'm actually gonna go down on Show and Tell potentially in this matchup. Nature's Claim is very good because of a Carpet of Flowers. Mirror match, huh? Mirror match. I mean, not technically mirror match. I think they could be on Sultai though. Yeah, I think opponent's probably on Sultai. Do I want to cast a turn 1, turn 2 Blood Moon? Maybe that's actually really good. Yeah, maybe a turn 2 Blood Moon's really good because I have a sneak attack. Like, all I need to do is I kind of resolve it. I think this is like a Veil of Summer. How does Carpet of Flower and Blood Moon work? Okay, let's I think it shouldn't work. So let's just give it a go. Like, I don't know how this interaction works. So I'm just going to do it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so it works. That's all I wanted to know. So we just need to play, you know, land, sneak attack into Emrakul next turn. Hopefully that works. Alright, GG's. Okay. It's kinda working. It's kinda working. Alright, my opponent's going first. I do have a Veil of Summer, but I don't have anything. Is this a keepable hand? Technically, we are playing 10 cantrips. There's a very high chance we might just see cantrips. You know? I lied. Everything is gonna go away here. Also, if opponent has a reanimate, we lose the game instantly. Oh, looks like they do. Feels bad. Maybe they don't? They could have life and death if that's the deck they're playing. There's a good chance opponent's playing life and death. Wait, that doesn't target my creature though. Oh, there goes the demonic tutor. Okay. Also very awkward here, by the way. I think I have to grab a stomping ground. No! No! I can't believe it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. This is good. This is good. So a grief could come out here, so I should still Veil Up Summer. All right. So he found a sneak attack. Probably a stock up. Found a show and tell. Nah, let's just go another stock up. Atroxa, Brainstorm. And a land. So there's Emrakul. Dig through time. I'm trying to look for a Fable. Let's actually just Brainstorm. Wait, don't I just win if I cast this? What am I doing? I get an extra turn, right? Okay. It was that easy. My first time playing with Emrakul, right? So it was just not in my head. I usually like kind of autopilot a lot of the times. Let's take a look at opponent's deck. Strip Mine, Golgari, Fatal Push. Not that after all revealed. Okay. So opponent's Golgari, so I do want Disruptor Flute for the Strip Mine and Leyline of Sanctity for Scam. I might want Blood Moon, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna get rid of 2 Peaks. Atroxa. 1 Cup of Dig. Maybe Fable because I'm bringing in Blood Moon for the Chrome Mox since this is also another red enchantment. 2 more cards? Let's get rid of a... Actually... Maybe getting rid of a Brainstorm is a lot better than a Ponder because of a Orcish Bowmaster. I'm not really sure though. Try this. Alright, first time seeing Leyline. Still have a little bit of a problem with like a strip mine coming out though. Very nice. I hope a lot of cards opponent has is like just discard spells, you know? Wow. I mean, I'll take it. It was a strip mine. Into an Aatroxa. If we get an Emrakul, we just win the game. Blood Moon. Stock Up. Island. Chrome Mox. Cast another Stock Up into Dig. Just cast more Stock Ups into Ponders. Play the Brainstorm first. Into a Ponder. Let's actually dig through time first. Where is our card? Where is Emrakul? Decline. Yeah, we're just looking for Emrakul here. We're just looking for Emrakul. There's just so many cantrips now. Like, oh my god. Decline. Alright. GG's. Alright, a little bit of a rough start, but we actually recovered towards the end. Very, very unlucky game, match 1. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. I was just like, I feel like I drew a lot, and I like went through a lot of like ponders and brainstorms, and I'm just like, where is it? I even casted Dig Through Time, a bunch of Stock Ups, and I'm just like, hello, any creatures? But yeah, that was very crazy. So off to a pretty bad start, and then we kind of recovered towards the end. And I was getting better and better with my sideboard, so that was pretty good. So let's talk about the deck a little bit. So I wasn't really aware that this gave you an extra turn. So if you just have Omniscience and then just hardcast this card, you just win the game automatically. So that's kind of cool. Otherwise, you have one couple of times with the sneak attack. The Chrome Mox kind of has a hard time giving you that red mana. the fact that we play like at least some red cards outside of a sneak attack, because time and time again, this actually came up pretty often where we had the extra red card that we could Chrome Mox when we had the sneak attack down, which meant that like when you do something like Aatroxa, there's a potential that the Aatroxa could hit the Chrome Mox into Fable to generate additional red source when you've already played a land. Especially useful in a strip mine meta where opponents like blowing up your lands as well. So that was good. As for the mana base, definitely the mana base is a little bit shaky. I think the mountain could be something else. Maybe another stomping ground or another steam vent. That's a possibility. So for example, okay, let's see. We play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fetchable lands. Maybe we could go down on a mountain for another fetch land. Like so. Because Blood Moon we don't care about. And if it's a Harbinger, we don't play that many red cards to begin with, right? So maybe that's okay. And even if they do Harbinger, we can Chrome Mox into one of these. Potentially. As for the like rest of the deck, the only reason I decided to try out double Dig Through Time is because we played 10 cantrips. Of course, like post sideboard, I'm going down on a lot of the cantrips, like 2 peaks, 1 brainstorm or 1 ponder, something like that. That's when I go down on Dig Through Time, especially against like a Streamline Loop deck. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find like double blue. That's when I go down on a copy of a Dig Through Time. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. The deck went off to a pretty bad start, but kind of thought that it was kind of a variance thing. But had a pretty strong finish towards the end, going 4 wins straight. So yeah, give it a go. The peak, honestly, this could be anything. I just wanted to try peak because it's kind of peak. Plus, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just a cantrip. You can look at your opponent's hand, which is also kind of useful because you can easily Disruptor Flute, things like that. Make your plays around the opponent's cards in your hand, things like that. So yeah, I mean, definitely this could be something else. Like you could play more Fable if you wanted to. But like I said, 10 cantrips, good for Dig Through Time, things like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.